Oh gosh, Graham, what a game in the glorious Well sunshine this afternoon. 2 tries in the first 7 minutes for Blackheath, including one for Billy Harding, and another couple of tries in the second half, including one for Billy Harding. But as always with Rotherham, it's never an easy ride, and they kept pressing right to the end. The whole of the Blackheath squad played superbly, and the final whistle was blown with the score being Blackheath 22, Titans 15. What are your thoughts?
Yeah, amazing. Still coming down off it, really. A fantastic game. Real credit to both sides. We knew Rotherham, that enormous pack. They're just an enormous pack. They had a lot of size in their back three, well, all of their back division as well, which proved, Blackheath tested Blackheath's defence to the full. But it's an absolutely outstanding performance for Blackheath, and don't forget that adds to the one just a fortnight ago at Plymouth Albion, which that could be bettered. Well, I don't know, maybe it has, maybe not. And what does that do? Well, it actually puts the club now within 5 points of the league leaders, and that holy grail, that not just thinking of playoff places, perhaps we're now starting to think of the one automatic promotion place in the Championship. We're getting greedy, but there are 4 rounds to go yet. There's a lot of rugby to be played, a few banana skins out there, some really tough games. Sale FC next time at home will be really, really tough, because they're in with a shout as well after beating Tunbridge Juddien today though. Tom Stradwick said, who's going to be much more interesting than me when I talk to him later, but said Blackheath would need to be at their best today, and I think they really were in every department. Outside of the 4 tries they scored, which of course gives them the bonus point as well, rock solid defence, some great carries from Finn Osborne back at number 8, and also Archie Smeaton, second row, Ed Scragg, and turnovers from Noah Sloots and Josh Smart in the back row. Fantastic. It was Sloots who got the first try in just 2 minutes. The other side, he put across by Luke Pollock, also a returnee. Late call up to the centre, played outstandingly as well. And then just 5 minutes later, Blackheath building pressure on the Yorkshireman's goal line, going through good phases. I think Archie Holland went close, but yeah, it was Billy Harding who went over, and we were all a bit relieved that he'd got that out of the way, because of course a try in every match, at least one try in every match, 22 games so far. I mean, it just gets more and more incredible. And Blackheath 12-0 after just 7 minutes and firmly in the driving seat. But as I say, as well as their big forwards, they got some big backs as well, Rotherham, and we knew they wouldn't lie down, and they'd come back very strongly, and they did. Jackson Barling on the right wing, real handful, caused a lot of problems, difficult to get down, and his break set up a try on unconverted try on 16 minutes for centre Lloyd Hayes, and then Rotherham coming out in the second period after the restart with renewed vigour as well, but Blackheath, with their penalty count started to mount against them, and then as Blackheath had line out ball played across field, Sam Morley and Ed Dunford, both with long passes, found Tom Hughes in space out wide, and hitting the wing, just squeezing in, showing good strength actually, and a nice little step to squeeze in at the corner. And although then Hayes got a penalty to reduce the arrears for the visitors, then Harding's second try really put Blackheath back in firm daylight. That was off line out ball, Sloot going very close, and then Harding again. You can't keep him down, can you? Can't stop mentioning him. And I think it's important to say, we talk about the tries a lot, but it's not just that, it's the work he does, the club skipper does around the field as well. His line out throwing, it's all the combination of course, but it is superb, and he's everywhere. He's absolutely everywhere, making little holes, little dents, great in defence. I mean, can't say enough really. So of course, where did I get to in the game? Daylight between the sides, yes, but a converted try with 6 minutes to go from Barling, and he probably deserved that came off line out ball, and just barging his way across, good strength, brought, and the conversion bringing Rotherham back within striking distance, one score of claiming a draw. So a bit nervy for the final 6 minutes, but I have to say, you might not have thought this a year ago, but Blackheath actually closing out the game with confidence. Fantastic performance.
Thanks very much, Graham. Yes, fantastic game by Blackheath, the second game in a row where I think we've all been completely blown away by their performance. We are away to Sedgley Park next weekend, and then we have a couple of weeks off before returning to the Utilita on the 11th of April to play Sale, so we shall see you then.
Tom, outstanding performance today. They just seem to get better and better, building on that away performance at Plymouth a couple of weeks ago. But you said to me before the game today that Blackheath would need to be at their very best to get a positive result here. Didn't leave much out there, did they?
No, in terms of effort, I thought they're outstanding. Boys really putting in the shift. You could see they were, tired towards the end, but I think the boys' fitness and grit has been outstanding in the last few games, and it sort of got us over the line in these big top of the table clashes. In terms of being at our very best, to be honest, I think we left a couple of tries out there. Maybe two or three more, handling in the final third could have been better. There was one where we got penalised for a pullback when we were sort of a 2-on-1, literally about to walk one in. So I thought we played very well, but I think the reality is we probably had another one or two tries out on the pitch.
Well, that's interesting. I mean, aside from the 4 tries we did score, come back to, but it was really more built on the defence against Rotherham. They haven't just got a big pack. They got some big backs as well.
Yeah.
The right wing, Jackson Barling was big handful in the first half, I thought. Yeah. So the defence was magnificent, I thought, today.
Yeah, sort of big focus on double tackles and making sure that we can try and dominate as much as we can, particularly off edge rucks. I think they did get around us a few times, and that's credit to the quality of play they've got. I think they're very dangerous back three, and like you say, some big powerful forwards. And there were times where they did, cause issues and get on the front foot. But I think our ability to defend multi-phase and go for 8, 9, 10, 12 phases without really conceding too many metres, and a lot of the time without conceding penalties was, huge credit to the boys, and I think that was one of the big difference between the teams today.
I mean, without stating the obvious, the fast start and getting 2 tries, 12-0 up on 7 minutes, that made a big difference. I mean, was it always there to go out, hit them hard really early on?
Well, we had the wind behind us in that first half, and so the first try was caused by Sam Morley putting a very clever chip in over the top, which caused a lot of pressure, and then I think they found it difficult to exit out the pitch with the wind in their faces, which gave us a bit of field position. But credit to the boys, and credit to Seb, our attack coach. There's some very nice tries at the start, getting us on the front foot. Put us in a position where we could push on from there. And to be honest, telling the truth, it was a big win, but up in the tower, you're thinking, was 7 points potentially enough? But the second half we came out, and actually I thought our fitness pushed us over the line and forced us to play a little bit more, which actually wasn't a bad thing. I have to say, at the final whistle, a few of their players on the ground, they did look like they'd been through the mill a bit. I mean, difficult really to single out individual players. There were some individual outstanding performances. I thought Finn Osborne at 8, coming back at 8, made some great carries. The line out, I think you mentioned before we can turn this on. Again, the line out, Ed Scragg, who marshals that magnificently, gave you the great platform for today. Looking at it wider now, you're within 5 points of the lead. I mean, a playoff place was sort of looking good. Could be more now. Well, I don't know. I mean, they're still, I think they're 4 and 5 points ahead. So it's, we need quite a lot of things to go our way. It's almost like we need the season to go on by another 3, 4, 5 games really. But we'll see. Look, all we can do is keep putting in the performances that we are, keep working hard in training, and then what will be will be. But I think the boys have put themselves in a great position for this final part of the season. There's still some very difficult games coming up, some very tricky trips up north, which no doubt Leeds and Sedgley Park will be bang up for, and then some, Sale at home. They've got a tricky finish in with playing Plymouth, Rotherham, and ourselves, but they're very much in the mixer if they win all 3. So, to be honest, I think this is the first season that the league have gone back to doing playoffs, and it's exciting, right? So at the top and the bottom end, there's lots on the line to play for. So there's very few dead rubbers going into this final part, which is what it's about, really.
Oh, great! Fantastic performance today. Certainly, watching from the touchlines, it was a great game to watch in pleasant sunshine. So, thank you for all that. And yes, you're right. Still a lot of rugby to be played.
Yep. Some
difficult games. Some teams, lower order teams, fighting for points. So we won't get ahead of ourselves. But
Absolutely
for today,
yeah.
wonderful. Thank
Cheers.
you very much.
Thank you, Graham.